This is the TeamClearCoat podcast. We're two friends finally doing something about our obsession with cars.
We're probably not doing it well, but it should be fun. We might actually learn something along the way. I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave, and this is our show.
Hey everybody, this is Dave. I'm in the blanket fort by myself today. I just wanted to give you a heads up about this episode. It's a little bit shorter than our normal episode because I had something happen. I actually got sick while we were on the podcast. It seems I must have eaten something that didn't agree with me or something like that, but it hit me right while we were recording the show. And that's not good. Nobody wants to see that. So we actually had to cut the show a little bit short. So I just wanted to apologize. I'm better, as you can see and hear now. So, I appreciate anybody's concerns. Apologies for having to cut the episode short. We'll get back at you next week with our regular episode. There was a bunch of stuff we wanted to get to. And unfortunately, because my body decided to reject some things that I chose to ingest, like leftover pizza, we couldn't get to them. So you see me leave real quick, and then we come back and we try to button up the episode. I was on borrowed time at the time, folks. So here you go. Sorry for the short episode. We'll be back at you, I guess, in like 3.5 years of doing a weekly show. Some stuff happens every now and then. Our bodies are unique and gross and disgusting, and, stuff happens. So we appreciate it, everybody. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye.
I really hope that lots of people heard that yawn right as we were starting, Dave.
Ian, I've been up since 3:45 this morning.
I know you have.
It's past the witching hour, which, according to me, is
8:30 p.m.
Ian, you're also on a short amount of sleep. It's going to be one of those wacky shows, isn't it, buddy?
Possibly. I tolerate a short amount of sleep.
You do. Well, you're a parent.
Pretty well. Yeah.
I'm Dave.
I'm Ian. This is Team Clearcoat. We talk usually about cars. I am going to start this week like we do so many weeks talking about not cars, but then I will shoehorn it back to cars.
Nice.
I had... Occasionally we do shower thoughts. We talk about
getting wet with Ian is the name of the segment.
Right. Except this time my shower thought was while I was driving on the way over here. And to make it authentic, I just stuck my head out the window and hit the windshield washer fluid.
I was going to ask if you just put your head out the window and just let, the sleet pelch you in the face.
Yep.
Yeah.
No. So on my way over here, I was at a particularly long red light and I noticed that my friend had texted me. My friend was in town last week or the week before, last week, and we went out and he told me he bought a turntable.
Oh,
okay. So, of course, I was very excited.
Right.
And was like, well, how do you have records? Where are you going to get records? What kind of records do you want to get? What kind of turntable? Let's talk gear. Let's talk about Discogs. Let's do all this stuff.
It's just the very scratching the surface of a giant iceberg of content.
Yes.
Right.
So...
They gave you an in.
Yeah, they gave me an in. So, and I've known this guy for over 10 years.
Okay.
So today I sent him Discogs.
Yeah.
And he got signed up for Discogs.
And he was bastard.
Sending me questions like, I gave him my username on there. So he was looking through my want list.
Right.
And he was looking at I have multiple releases of the same album.
Right.
And he was like, well, one is $75 and one is $200. Why
do you want both?
Right. And it's, so I had to explain it has to do with how rare it is. And sometimes you want the expensive one because the rarity is what's important to you. And sometimes you just want the one that sounds best, or you just want a copy in your collection or whatever it is.
Right.
And then later, so on the way over here, he sent me, and I quote, he sent me, dude, fuck you, man. Spent a shit ton of money today on fucking records.
Like it's somehow your fault.
I mean, it is.
No,
it's little not. Bit. It's not. But that got me thinking about our hobby that we share besides record collecting.
Right.
So with cars and I think record collecting,
I was going to say birdhouses.
And children as well.
Okay.
I think that people, when they recommend these things to their friends.
Right.
How many parts of it is sharing the joy that you experience.
Right. Versus
Wanting someone to commiserate with. Right. About like the money that you're spending, the time that you're spending, how many times you've been stranded on the side of the road by your interesting car.
Right.
How few hours of sleep you're getting per night because of your children.
Right.
Like,
but they giggled for the first time.
Right. Like, there's elements to both.
Carrot and stick. Yeah.
I wonder how much of when we like are trying to pull people into car culture,
right,
consciously or subconsciously, are we wanting someone to bitch about our hobby to?
Okay.
Or do we want like misery loves company sort of thing?
Yeah, let's get into this. I really like this getting wet with Ian. Okay. I really enjoy getting wet with you, Ian.
The worst. I did not name this segment that. People. Just
you're looking at like the monitors.
I know,
like they're gonna back you up. Yeah, you're right, Ian.
I do great on little sleep.
So do I.
Yeah.
Because I groaned during the intro music. Okay.
Literally, you hit play and we were like,
yeah. I knew to back away from the mic. Apparently, I didn't know to stop making noise.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so I want to talk about like how we've seen the people change around us, because I think that exposure is also part of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Us simply being present in an individual's lives and other people being present in ours opens up perspectives on things, right?
Yeah.
Like at one point, I never ever thought that I would wear Lycra to bike in.
Uh-huh.
I honestly never. I was like, if you catch me in Lycra, kill me.
Uh-huh.
Right? Now who plums it up on the reg?
Yeah.
Guess what I did on Sunday?
Yeah.
Yep. Just Saturday, just plumbed it right up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Smuggled them all over Cherry Creek Reservoir. Right? Yeah. I don't know. Like so with the automotive end, it is nice to have somebody that at least understands your line of reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you tell me that you're flying no, here's a perfect example. When you sent me a bring a trailer auction for an R32 that sold for over 20 grand, I get it.
Right.
I know exactly what you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so just to have somebody that has a shared understanding of like, why just this silver car on somewhere in the country,
right,
from 2004 sold for 20 grand is not super important, but it's not unimportant.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. The shorthand, like the way it changes your relationship is one thing. To have like an obsessive hobby of some sort.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But there's also, like you were kind of saying, you end up changing that person's outlook on things,
right.
Like stories in the news about cars or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that also changes. But I think what's interesting to me is like, because those are both, I think, positive things. Right?
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
I think we always talk about the positive aspect of
right.
sharing the hobby.
And we're also very honest about the negative aspects of our hobby.
Yes. I'm curious though, like how much the negative aspect is actually a motivation for people,
right, to bring other people into the fold.
Bring other people in.
I think it's an extension of your personality. I think that there are those people that like, that like you've learned to kind of back away from, that like, anytime you run into them in the hallway, you're going to hear about like the bad time that they're having that day.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it does offer another avenue to expose underlying personality traits.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like if somebody's normally pretty sunny, right, they're going to tell you about the sunny car thing that they had.
Right. Whereas like, if you see Carl, it's going to be a whole thing.
Right. Downer Debbie, right. But I do think that it, like, especially like the best, in my opinion, are the jabs. Like just the, like, just a new surface area to make fun of, our friends over, like
The fact that PETA called your car a VW, just like all these playful little barbs.
Mhm.
I love it. I love that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
can't do those unless you know enough to do them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I like that. It's learning another language. Yeah. Yeah. I really dig that. And I do think it largely does expose underlying personality traits, Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I really like that, Ian. I really like that because like so many people say like, oh, all my friends are having kids. Like they just want us to have kids. So they have somebody to like, to understand like how they're getting no sleep, how they have to go to 18 fucking 1-year-old birthday parties when the kids are never going to remember it.
And there is some truth to that.
Absolutely.
And I think that's something that people in our hobby can relate to.
Yes.
And other hobbies as well. I do think it's overwhelmingly I want to share this joy that I experience.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But there's a little bit of that.
There is like I'm very thankful that that my boo is like an insanely empathetic individual.
Mm-hmm.
And so when PETA posted the vegan on Craigslist, she was like, that's the one. It's blue.
Yeah.
It's a 3-door.
Yeah.
Like, she was there with me. Like she got that.
That's awesome.
And we're different types of automotive enthusiasts.
Mhm.
We have some things in common. We have some things not,
Right.
And but I think that like even at its core, like somebody that is a different type of automotive enthusiast than you can still, if you're an empathetic person, I think you can still share that like that excitement or those positive aspects of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like we're not off-road bros, right?
Right.
But like if we see like an insane, legit like rock crawler,
Mm-hmm.
we're impressed,
Well, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like without even hesitation, right?
Right.
And if we see a Land Rover that's on fire,
Mm-hmm.
we all laugh kind of the same laugh,
Yep.
right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we also know like how much pain and suffering that person has gone through to get to that rock crawler.
Yeah.
And how much joy that Land Rover brought to someone before it caught fire.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
I think it's important to like remember both sides of it.
And also, I think we also have this wonderful, like the whole wax wings thing, right? Where we will see something, we're like, oh, you don't know what's going to happen.
But I do.
Right. Yeah. We see a Mercedes S-Class 550 with temp tags.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It'd be great.
where it looks like they spent the money they had left over from the purchase on wheels and Pep Boys, tint.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gonna be good.
Right?
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. I like that, Ian. I really like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the moral of that story is, yes, we do enjoy bringing other people into our hobby,
Mm-hmm.
right? And maybe not the moral, the
Yeah.
distillation. We do enjoy it, like, and I think that it just helps us understand each other, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But both are the pain and the joy. It helps us understand each other's pain and
Right.
joy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's good to take a little bit of joy from the pain sometimes.
Right. Exactly. How do you say it?
Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I know exactly that feeling of like looking at your cumulative record purchase receipts and being like, oh, that's how much I spent. Oh,
Okay. Uh-huh.
oh, that's going to be a problem.
That hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny to me because it's not me.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
And I think we all know that same feeling,
Especially if you've been there.
especially if you've been there. Yep. All right. That brings me though to an FMK Cars.
FMK Cars is the game that Ian and Dave play on the TeamClearCoat podcast. It's that classic game, Fuck, Marry, Kill, but instead of playing it with people like awful people do and you should never do, we play it with cars because they're not people.
Correct.
F means you drive it for a day. M means you marry it. That's the shorthand for it.
Yeah.
K means you kill it, so to speak. You send it to the crusher. You don't drive it.
I like it. All right. I like that intro. That was
Thank
good.
you.
That was good work.
Sleepy Day fires.
I'm going to apologize in advance for this title.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. I got my Google-ator ready.
Nine Inch Nails' 1999 album, The Fragile, is not only underappreciated as an album, but for its significance as well. It represents the pinnacle and subsequent fall of alternative music in terms of ambition and the influence of previous generations. In fact, King Crimson's Adrian Belew is a guest on the album. It also includes the great song We're in This Together, which is the name of this FMK Cars.
The Fragile came out in 1990?
1999.
Oh, okay.
Did I say 1990? I meant 1999. Don't worry about it. It's fine. 1999.
Okay. We're in this together, huh?
We're in this together.
Okay. All right.
All right. So this one we're going to do a little bit differently.
Okay.
You are going to give me the name of a person in your life
Okay.
that is not me, cannot be me,
Cannot be you.
and you are going to be in this with that person.
Okay.
So the two of you will get a car and a catch, and I will and you'll get it as we go along.
All right.
And so you need to be able to like explain how this is going to affect your relationship with this person
Okay.
as you go.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep my boost safe during this.
I think that's smart.
I
I think that's a good choice.
I think I'm gonna my buddy Jason that we've been karting with.
Great.
Okay.
Perfect.
Fellow plum smuggler.
I like it.
Okay.
All right. I believe it's like attorneys general where you say plums smuggler.
Plums
I
smuggler.
believe that's how you
Thank you.
pluralize that.
You are correct.
All right. So the first one, a Range Rover Classic. So
Okay.
you each get a Range Rover Classic.
Okay. All right. This is like when I texted you about the Audi all roads, right?
Yes, exactly.
Right. Who towed who to work that day?
Perfect. Yep. Two Range Rover Classics.
Okay. All right.
You can have whatever, kind of
Okay,
year
yeah.
you want.
I like
Pick
this.
your favorite.
Yeah.
All breakdowns are replicated across both cars.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like twins. Yeah. Feeling each other's pain.
Exactly. And you have to fix them together.
Okay. All right.
All right. So no mechanics allowed.
Okay.
You can take turns towing them to each other's houses, whatever.
Sure.
But if the alternator goes out in one, it's going to go out in the other.
Oh, look, here's two broken down right next to you.
Perfect. That's you and Jason right there.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So the second one
Okay.
is a BMW M5.
Okay.
All moving. Are you asking?
E40.
I don't remember. It's going to be
E46?
F something.
E.
No, M5, like a current generation M5.
Oh, okay. Current gen M5.
Current gen.
I was trying to get the body style. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Current
Okay.
gen.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Oh, like the one we drove. Jesus.
Yes, like the one we drove.
Jesus. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So the catch with this is all moving violations are replicated to both owners.
okay.
Each have an M5.
Uh-huh.
If Jason gets a speeding ticket,
Oh,
which it
shit.
seems like he probably would.
You know I let him drive the Vigan, right?
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was nonstop giggling.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. If you play cards against humanity with Jason,
Uh-huh.
you hand him 5 cards and watch him laugh for 5 minutes,
Okay.
and it's like the best game you've played.
Right.
Right? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if they get a speeding ticket, you get the same speeding ticket.
Okay.
You must both pay them
Okay.
and both appear in court together to explain
Oh,
yourselves.
Boy, Jason used to have a crotch rocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
All
why
right.
I was kind of happy that you chose him, because I thought that would kind of throw a wrench in this one.
Yeah.
If you picked a slow driver, this one would be no fun.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. The last one, excuse me, Genesis G80, which is the middle.
Yep.
It's the middle one. It's not the big limo one.
Right.
It's the middle of like Hyundai's new ultra luxury brand or whatever.
Yeah.
There is only one car,
Okay.
and
All right.
neither of you drive it.
Oh, okay.
Instead, you get a driver,
Okay.
and both of you must be in the back seat together for any drive longer than 30 minutes that you have to take. So if you're
Okay.
just going to get a couple of groceries down the street, you can do that solo.
Okay.
Any trip longer than 30 minutes, you're in the thing together, no matter how inconvenient that might be.
Okay.
So if you have to go to Longmont for work, and he
Yep.
has to go to the Springs, you're going to be in the car for a long time together,
Yep.
right?
Okay.
Oh, one more thing. The driver is me.
Oh boy. Okay.
And I picked the G80 because that way you're going to be comfortable.
Ish.
Gonna be a little tight.
Yeah. Comfort adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll become for.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you walk me through how you think your relationship would go with each of these?
Okay. So with each of them, first of all, Jason is a fantastic mechanical dude, right? So he's super mechanical.
Okay.
He would take to an older Range Rover wonderfully.
Great.
Right. Let's see here. View. Oh, it's just showing us the GIF, the pixel. Let's see here. So, all right. Jason is also, he has 3 super well-behaved children. Okay.
Yeah.
He's a responsible guy.
But
he likes to go fast. And lastly,
I also said moving violations. So that would also include red light cameras.
Sure.
Burnouts.
Okay.
Which would be a problem if you were sharing it with me. That's why I told you not to pick me.
Yeah.
Because you would have just killed that immediately.
I would have. Jason and I have spent a lot of time on 2 wheels. I have not spent more time on a bicycle with anyone except, him. And I think we would do well on road trips together or long drives together. But I think from a convenience perspective, I might have to kill the Genesis.
Really?
Just convenience.
Okay. All right.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think for a day, Jay and I Range Rover it up.
Really? Okay.
And honestly, I think marrying the M5s, the pair of M5s, I think get a ticket every now and then.
Yeah.
Show up in court every now and then. But it would not be an even yearly thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
for
it.
him. You are talking to the person that had his Infinity for less than 28 or 24 hours and had a speeding ticket. Yeah.
I know.
It really masks speed. And the M5 does that a million times over. What do you think you would do? Who would you pick?
See, I don't know. Because I know what's happened. I know I know what's coming. So it's kind of hard for me to do it.
True.
But I think
that's a really good one, Ian.
Thank you. The Range Rover one, you don't want to inflict on someone.
Yeah. Right.
Who, unless they would really enjoy doing something like that.
Jay's a mechanical guy, but I think after a while that would drive both of us nuts.
Oh yeah.
Because
I would be only able to take a day of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The M5, again, I would worry about who I would pair myself with.
Right.
More than, other than maybe my dad or something.
Right.
Being crazier than me when it came to something like that. And then the Genesis, that would be rough. That would be rough.
Yeah.
Mostly because selfishly, I don't take that many 30-minute or longer trips, but other people do.
True. Yeah.
So I would be inconvenienced. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah. You have one 30-minute trip a week. Yeah. 30 plus minute. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. To the mountains and back. Yeah.
That's about right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like that one. Did you need the title again, or?
I think I'm good. You know what? Yeah, I do. I
don't want to read it again.
Called your fucking bluff. Oh, buddy. All right. That's really good. I like
Thank
that.
you.
I like that, Ian.
Thank you.
I did let's see. I think I did bring up our voicemails and our emails.
Should we do those first?
Yeah, you want to do some of those?
Let's do some of those. We haven't checked in with that in a while.
So we have a couple voicemails here. I'll play one.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Do you remember how they work?
No.
Are you sleepy?
Yes.
Hey guys, this is Andrew from the DC area. I just saw the most baffling badge swap I've ever seen. A Subaru WRX in Arctic camo wrap with a Chevy badge in place of the Subaru badge. Please help me make sense of this, because I cannot understand what would cause someone to do that, who that's for. Please help.
So Andrew, first of all, you're using the Team ClearCoat crisis line for the exact intended purpose. That pain, that confusion, it came through.
Yeah.
Ian, we're like the worst Hare Krishnas.
It sustains us.
Yeah. Do you know much about the Hare Krishnas?
Not much other than they hang out in airports. That's it.
They used to before TSA started cracking down on right who could get to gates and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hare Krishnas believe in some insane things. They also believe that like if you were in a bad mood when you made food for someone else to eat, that would negatively impact them.
Okay.
Right? So they focus on maintaining happy spirits and, very positive thoughts, positive energy, things like that. And then they channel that into what they do.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Then there's like the whole other crazy thing. That's the good little part of Krishna.
Got it.
Okay. All right. So we are like the worst versions of Hare Krishnas because people are experiencing pain and we're encouraging them to call us.
To put it out in the universe.
Yeah.
We're going to put it on the internet for you.
Yeah. And to bring us into it somehow. Yeah.
I like it.
So I want to hear your theories about this. So,
my first theory is that it was actually a Chevy Cobalt.
and not a Subaru WRX.
WRX. Yeah.
I trust Andrew. It was a Subaru.
Yeah. No, I'm just joking.
That's hilarious.
I think that's another. I am, I like to give people the charitable explanation whenever possible.
You do.
And usually that results in, you're missing a C. It also results in, being, or thinking like they're fucking with people.
Right.
And that is some grade A trolling.
Yeah. That's your usual default decision, your default judgment.
Well, because I think
it's trolling. That it was with the 3.7 Mustang badges too.
Yes. Yes. That's true. Because I think it's I think a lot of car enthusiasts do have a sense of humor.
They do. Yeah.
And if there's no other reasonable explanation, it's like the Occam's razor of car rebadging.
Doing it for the lulz.
Is doing it for the lulz, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That probably says more about me than it does people who rebadge their cars.
Yeah, I'm just Googling Chevy badge on Subaru. Yeah, I don't
think you're going to find that.
Nothing's coming up. Chevrolet Forester. Yeah, somebody out there did it. Doug DeMuro has it on his Plays with Cars blog.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Is this, okay. Andrew, I wish we had answers, but all I can really tell you is that we're here for you maybe a month and a half later. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just as confused. You know what?
I've got nothing.
This is he has to tell someone, he has to pass this on, which now frees him of it.
Correct.
Now we and the internet have to carry the burden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That's like a Greek tragedy.
Right. It's almost like confession.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 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 Like
we now take it.
Yeah.
The sins of the father are now ours.
Right. Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
sorry also.
Yes.
Very sorry.
Absolutely.
We've given you no answers.
No. Okay, then we got a voicemail from our buddy Johnny.
Hey guys, this is Johnny here. It has taken me all night to process what I have seen yesterday, and that was about a '90s Honda Civic hatch with a collector's plate. After getting over 12 inches of snow between 2 weeks, slammed on the ground with some rims and a racing exhaust. Well done, whole milk. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
I don't understand the last bit he said. Well done, whole milk?
Maybe?
Play it again. Just the last.
Yeah, let's see if we can get
Hey guys, this is Johnny here.
Let's see. Yeah.
Well done, whole milk. Well done, whole milk. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later.
Oh.
All right.
Johnny. Well done, whole milk. Is that what you're calling this individual?
Johnny is from Wisconsin. So we're going to skip over that.
Oh, well done, whole milk. That's just like, is that just like a dumb thing that someone would do?
I don't know.
Right?
I was going to say, Johnny, you need to explain yourself. So
Well
follow up with us on that. What I want to latch onto
Yeah.
in that voicemail, which again, the intended purpose for this was perfect.
Yeah.
Is my impending mortality.
Yes.
Because 90s cars with collector's plates.
Yep.
I'm not okay with that.
That's going to be like seeing your son get his driver's license,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're going to see your child vote.
It's like all these like seminal or like all the seminal albums and like Stereo Gum has the like
25-year.
20-year anniversary, 25-year anniversary. And you're like, stop doing that.
Right.
Stop reminding me how old I am constantly.
Yeah.
Collector plates.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Because it's 25 years. So now it's, what is that? 94 is now collector plate.
Ian. Yeah. Yeah. 94. Dusty Rusty would have been just 3 years away. Right?
R.I.P.
Yep.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
But I fully endorse people replating their cars as collector cars.
Oh, absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah, you gotta
do
get
that.
in on that stuff.
Especially if they're modified Civics. That's hilarious.
Yes. Yeah. And also slammed
And
Civic
driving in a snowstorm.
in the snow. That is the worst decision that person has made that day.
Yeah.
Every other decision has been fantastic because of Slam Civic. Yes. 90s. Yes. Collector plate. Yes.
Yeah.
Well done, whole milk.
Yeah. I think if you don't, it's driving a Slam Civic in a snowstorm is one of those things where it's brilliant if you don't get stuck.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant all the way up until the moment you get stuck, and then you look like a fucking idiot.
Right.
And you should just revel in that time before you look like an idiot.
Right.
And just if that never happens, then you're a genius.
I think you're right.
There's no in between there.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
Even
if you get like slightly stuck and someone bumps you accidentally and you get unstuck because of that, you're still a genius.
Yep. Yeah. Well done, whole milk.
That's the title of the episode now.
Yeah.
Well done, whole milk.
Yeah.
I have no idea if that's actually what Johnny said or not.
Yeah.
But that's what we heard.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it means.
Ian?
Definitely not going to Google it immediately.
Yeah.
I should probably not do that. I should probably stop doing that, but I am not going to stop.
I hate to tell you, I'm not feeling so great. Like, honestly, like,
really?
Yeah. I think I might have to call the episode short.
Okay.
Like I think I'm about to have some problems. And we're back.
Woo! I don't know why I'm saying woo.
I feel like I might be on borrowed time, but yeah. Also, thank you, Jesse, for tweeting a picture of your cat watching us on an iPad. I hope we're entertaining. I'm gonna move my hands a little bit.
Some fish motion across.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So unfortunately I'm not feeling well, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here.
Okay.
We have some other stuff that we wanted to talk about, but we're gonna have to save it for another show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We did a car show.
We did.
We did like 3/4 of a car show.
Yeah, we did like 3/4. Sorry for the short episode, everybody, but my stomach somehow chose to intervene.
It happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you liked this,
right,
TeamClearCoat.com.
Absolutely.
I would recommend keeping your eyeballs on our stuffs.
Yes.
In the coming weeks.
Yes.
Because oh boy.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Am I going to be embarrassed about it?
We better wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up. Socials media, TeamClearCoat.com. Send us emails. Leave a voicemail for us. We love you. Goodbye.
We love you.